because what Spirit showed me today, I was reading an article where one of the ex-baseball players was shot over there because the so-called drug lord thought he was messing with his woman. I'm going to tell you what Spirit showed me when I was watching it. What I seen is that what Spirit showed me is that the Haitians put a curse on the Dominicans, okay? I'm seeing they did a major ritual on the Dominican Republic. They're trying to get Dominican Republic, they're trying to stop the tourists from coming over there. So it's a spiritual warfare going on between Dominican Republic and the Haitian brothers and sisters. And I'm seeing that this energy is coming from our Haitian brothers and sisters. Which, what's so funny?
Ooh,
What's so funny?
man. Hey, sometimes I don't know, man. When you said that, I just feel like the Haitians been done so wrong, man. Especially in that hemisphere of the world, man. And I don't know. I feel like what took so long for them to do a ritual. Sometimes, I mean, that's how I feel about it, because they just do them so wrong, the way they treat them and all of that, and then they doing the color thing, the light skin versus the dark skin. I don't like that shit.
Well, at the
You
end of
know,
the day, it's sad because I know
why
Dominican
does it
sisters and
have to come?
brothers.
Why did it have to come to that?
Well, because it's sort of like let's put it this way. It's just like here with the light skin, dark skin thing. Okay, y'all. Now I'm gonna say this. It's a brainwashing mechanism that has been put in the minds of some of these Hispanics, just like here with Africans in America. Okay, the light skinned Mexicans don't like the dark skinned Mexicans. The light skinned Cubans don't like the dark skinned Cubans. It's no different than what we experience here. Okay, now Jupiter's. You know what, Melchizedek, you just need to write a note for Jupiter and leave it by outside. Now, I know your situations, you just leave it outside in the open, okay? Just leave it outside in the open, okay? We're saying that. Now, what I was going to say is that it's just like every other place. So it's just this war. And I do feel sorry for my Haitian brothers and sisters because that earthquake was caused. I told y'all that years ago. I actually predicted that one years ago. I feel sorry for them because people do them wrong, not respecting the cultural way of life. But I'm going to tell you like this. Them Haitians are not playing no more. Our Haitian brothers and sisters are like, you know what? Enough is enough. We're about to shut that down in Dominican Republic. That's what I see. There's a spiritual warfare between the Haitian sisters and brothers and the actual Dominican Republic.
And for those who just joined us on YouTube,
That's right. That's how you say it. No
uh,
chance at that.
Nikki Love just gave a ritual for y'all to do by the planets, and you write the planet, you write the name of the planet backwards. And what was the ritual for love?
For Venus, you want to say Venus backwards, which is Sunav, and you're going to give the offering of water and fire.
Hmm.
Of water and fire. Hmm. Hmm. I know it's kind of late, and I know some people ain't going to bed early, but I'm picking up some energy from somebody on here that don't want these people to listen. Whoever is doing anything right now, you better be careful. You better be very careful because I'm picking it up strong. Like somebody's looking like they don't want us to do what we have to do and trying to stop the messages. But I got something for your asses. Y'all better be very, very careful. Okay? Be very careful. All right. Now, we're going to take some more questions. As the planets speak, I will give you the messages, okay? As they speak, I will give you the messages. So, there's peace and blessings. There's Reese. How are you? How are you? Right now, I'm infused with the energy, and I got the power of the universe behind me. I got the power of the higher beings, the cosmic beings. Y'all think this is a joke in the game. It's not a joke in the game. Okay? I got the power of the ancient ones walking. There's about 100,000 of them behind me, y'all. Message has to be given. And y'all got to get the message, okay? Now, I want to go back because we were talking about the rising of Cyrus or Sirius, okay? 38 days left to the rising of Sirius, okay? Unless it's Facebook messing around. You know what I mean? Doing stuff because they don't want to hear this message. All right. So, I want to give, because the brother actually said, okay, let me just say this to you all. Let me go to my messenger because I want them to get the message. You know what I mean? Here it is. Okay, so we're talking about 38 days left to the rising of Cyrus, okay? All right. You can keep talking while I'm looking for the message.
So anyway, those who are watching on Facebook, not Facebook, YouTube, we actually sent out about 12 orders of Sirius D today. So some of y'all be getting y'all first packages, and we got a surprise for y'all for the first 20 people that ordered. Y'all have a surprise in y'all package that we gave y'all.
Okay. All right. What's good, Desiree? All right. So here we go. Now, 38 days left to the rising of Cyrus. Okay. And for those who just came on, you didn't hear it, but it falls right in line to what I was, told by these ancient and cosmic beings, why I was told to create the Sirius D. Now, when we speak of the 38 days left of the rising of Cyrus, that means that the Earth makes one complete orbit around the sun, okay? And they said 8,766 sigil hours. When this phenomenon occurs, the sun equals Ra, okay? And it says Cyrus will rise in unison on the Giza Plateau. It says Galactic Meridian, 30 degrees longitude, 30 degrees latitude, northeast, southeast vertical line of the Merkul Great Pyramid. Okay? That means that on the 38th day, now we're 38 days away, so on that day, you're talking about the Earth will make one complete orbit around the sun, and that's when Cyrus will rise. Okay? Again, for those who just joined, this is why the ancients been telling me to create Cyrus D, because when it does, I say Sirius D, Cyrus D, whatever you want to call it, but when it does, you all need to be in sync with what's taking place on this earthly plane, okay? On this earthly plane. And this is why these beings and these cosmic beings and ancient beings have been telling me, make them take the Cyrus D, because it's going to help them go through their transformation as this is taking place and everything over. It all falls in line with everything, family. Any questions? Peace and blessings, Curtis Johnson, Malik Bay. Peace and blessings, family. Y'all got any question?
Tell them go to our website. Go to our website to purchase this Sirius D.
Sirius D. Okay. Peace and blessings, my brother Laramie Wade. Peace and blessings, Majestic Ra. How much you said? Go on the front page, Majestic Ra. The price is there, $75, but this is potent. Now I'm gonna tell you like this. Yes, the bottle is small, but y'all know how Negroes are. You're like, I got this. Let me explain something to y'all. It's very potent because it's not just Oramus. It's just not Oramus. I had to do, just to give you an idea, I had to mix it with another earthly herb, okay? And I had to play a certain frequency over this Oramus, okay? And then I had to do spiritual ritual over it, okay? And I had to put energy into this Oramus. So it ain't just nothing, no plain Oramus. This is something that I was instructed to create by the higher cosmic beings and the ancient ancestors. So when you take this, don't be surprised if you feel like you're traveling to the 16th dimension, okay? This is only instructions I was given. I'm just a messenger. And they told me to make it, okay? Now, when you get it, you'll see. You'll see, okay? All I can say is you'll see. I'll be coming out with the liquid soon, okay? I'll be coming out with the liquid soon. So if you want the liquid, but the powder is what they told me to create first because it was going to get in your system quicker, and it's going to be right in time with everything that we're going through on the earth and the cosmic, as above, so below, transformation down here, transformation up there. So this is not something that be played with. This is serious. And what's going to happen, we're talking about light codes being sent to your DNA, the DNA reactivating. So this is something that has to, you have to take if you're, especially if you're on a spiritual, on a spiritual journey, okay? Any questions, family? What's the questions from YouTube?
I just put Nikki 11 orders using the Cash App. I should say, can she? I guess can she order using the Cash App?
Yeah, you could put the Cash App. Put the Cash App in there. Yeah.
The Cash App is actually on the. Is it on here? Yeah, it's on here.
Where?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they can use it, but they have to text. Go. You could Cash App it, but do go to our webpage so that way you can, get the number so you can text us your address. Okay.
Yeah. When y'all order, text us your address, especially if you're doing a Cash App. Text us your address. But if you go to the website, you can just go over there to the product and hit the product and then pay, and put your address in there, and it'll send it to us.
But they can do Cash App too.
But you can do Cash App.
Right, but Cash App you're gonna have to pay $10 extra for your shipping.
Yeah, $10 extra for your shipping.
All right.
If you go to
so
Cash App.
Okay, so I still have the gold. Should I take that first? Des, how long you been holding on to the gold? Come on now, you should have been took the gold. It should have been in your system. How long you been holding on to it? You better hope it's still good. As long as you keep it dark in a dark bottle, okay, it should be okay. But doggone it, you should have been holding on to that. Did you already take some? If you already took some, Des, been holding on to that. Did you already take some? If you already took some, Des, you came to this. It's more that we had to add to it to actually help the DNA reactivation within your body take place, okay? So it's a little bit more than what you experience with the actual just the gold, the liquid gold. Okay? Peace and blessings. Is this my niece Shawana thrower? Is this my niece I ain't seen forever, ever, 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 and ever? That lives in Atlanta and hasn't even called her aunt? That better not be the same Shawana thrower. All right, y'all. Any questions, family? Somebody said they wanted a reading. Now, let me explain something to you. I don't like the way you asked that question. I need a reading. How you hear me talk about one thing? Could you ask a little bit more politely? Because now I don't even want to read you. I don't like the way I need a reading. Who said I was doing goddamn readings? I said if you have a question. There's a difference between a question and a reading. Come on now. Be respectful. Don't do that. I don't like that. That's not righteous. It's not righteous at all. You can say, well, you know what? Do you mind giving a reading tonight? I would have said, okay. Don't tell me I need a reading. Who the hell you think you are? Come on now. That's not righteous. I don't like it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking for some. Anyway, if y'all got some questions, okay? If you did not go see Dark Phoenix Rising, go see it because there's a message in there that you need to see. Okay? That you need to see. When that movie drops, they're basically telling you that there's getting ready to be a renewal, a rebirth that takes place with humanity, with the whole of the earth. This is real. This is not no game. This is not no joke. This is real. So you got to pay attention to these movies. They're giving you signs. They're giving you symbols, okay? Unfortunately, they give you a white woman when originally the statue downtown Atlanta is a black woman. And she's holding up the phoenix, okay? She's coming out of the ashes. So, and honestly speaking, family, this energy been here a long time ago. I'm going to say a couple of years ago. That's what I see spiritually. But now, because we're talking about being closer to the rising of Sirius, it's the time for them to actually give you the message, to drop the message, to pay attention to what's getting ready to happen to humankind. There's a rebirth that's taking place. It's renewal. So many of us is going to see blessings and blessings upon blessings. Things you wanted to do in your life is going to begin to manifest like never before. We're talking about a whole new energy. Once that Sirius aligns with the Giza pyramid, it's sort of like, family, if I can explain, like a burst of energy that that like the sun puts out, like the solar flashes the sun put out, okay? And I'm gonna tell you another thing. When you guys get your Sirius D, you take it on an empty stomach, but do make it your business to go out into the sun and spend time with Ra and let Ra do the rest of the work for you, okay? YouTube will not let you send messages. Facebook keep freezing the screen. I don't know. Anybody else getting the free screen on Facebook? I told y'all it's Facebook. Come on now.
Are y'all getting a free screen on
Are y'all getting a
YouTube?
free screen on YouTube? No, they're saying YouTube wants to let you send messages. Is there a God? Someone says, is there a God? Sure, in your world. And you know, we have a saying in Africa, right? Everywhere there's sky, there's spirit. Everywhere there's sky, there's spirit. Now, is there a God? There's many gods here on the earth. The tree is a god. The water is a god. The earth is a god. We have many, many, many gods, okay? There's somebody asking me this on YouTube. We're saying that you have to understand God cannot exist without man. So if you think that God exists, then that God exists in your world, okay? It exists in your world because you have chosen to call upon that energy and manifest it in your life. So that deity or that energy being exists in your world. So that God exists in your world, okay? All right, there you have it. Facebook is freezing.
That's
all right.
Still on buffering on this side.
Yeah, see, come on, y'all know, you know what? It's they don't want this message to get out. That's what it is, y'all. But it's all good because we're gonna ask and call upon the spirit of the ancestors to rise and the ancient ancestors to rise and the cosmic beings to let this go flow just like it's supposed to, so you all can get the message. Okay? All right. Now we're saying that. I hope I answered your question. You know, because everybody's interpretation of God is different. You know, the Chinese say Buddha is their God. You know, Africans in America say Jesus is their God, a Lord is their God. Muslims say Allah is their God. So I mean, it is what it is. Whatever your perception of God is, that God exists in your world, not in mine. Okay, not in my world. Okay. So no, nope, not me.
What is our spiritual nature?
Say it again.
What is our spiritual nature?
What you mean? What is our spiritual nature? Where spiritual beings live in a human experience. That's our spiritual nature. Every human being is spiritual.
Are y'all asking
What? What?
I don't know. I don't know what. That's a broad question. You know, I don't know. Are you talking about religious wise? What are you getting at?
Okay, so it just froze. Yeah, see, it's the energy, y'all. It's the energy, right? But you know, back to that person. I don't care what nobody says. Every human being is spiritual. You're nothing but energy. You are living. Every human being is spiritual. You're nothing but energy. You are living a human experience. So yes, everybody's spiritual. Every being, every being on this planet, every species got spirits and energy in them.
He said, like, how do we look at spirits?
I'll tell you like this.
Yeah, I know it's a
You look like a ball of light. Okay? Like when you see spiritual beings, like I see beings, okay? And when I see these beings, they come in transparent. Some of them come in light. Some of them come in dark. It depends on what type of being they are. So when I see these beings, they come in many different forms. But I know that they're not to the touch, you can't. It's like they're not flesh, okay? But I've seen them come in light. I've seen them come in the form of just energy, energy like forms. I've seen them come in the form of darkness. I've seen them come in the form of water, yes. Some of them where they look just transparent, but they look like water, just plain water. I've seen them like that. Y'all think it's real. All right, the CBD oil is pretty good. Do you see any side effect from taking it? The CBD oil is, I I don't see any side effects unless you're allergic to that actual plant. But for the most part, the CBD oil is just a cannabidol, and I don't see any, but everybody's different. You just test it out. If I was you, I would test it out first.
Uh, yeah, if you're gonna do that, just take a little small portion.
And she's doing the oil, the CBD
The
oil.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just a little, you know.
Yeah, just do tiny bit and see first. Okay.
By the numbers say, what are your thoughts on the tornadoes, flooding that passed and are still happening?
As I said earlier, you know what? Let me explain something to y'all. Man is doing too much. Man is manipulating the forces of nature. They're tampering with her ionosphere, okay? And nature, her womb is being tampered with. She's getting angry. So this is her way of giving them warnings. And if they don't stop, she's going to bring her wrath. And like I told you all, I keep seeing from state to state to state to state, there's going to be catastrophes, floods, earthquakes, tornadoes, you know what I mean? Hurricanes, okay? Hot weather.
Someone asked, should we always take Sirius D on an empty stomach, and how long till we eat?
Sirius D, the first couple of times you should take it on an empty stomach. You can eat after that, and I recommend that you really try to eat healthy if you can. Try to stay away from flesh foods. You know, eat as little as possible. Eat more fruits and vegetables if you can, and especially because it's hot. You know, let me say something to y'all. You know, growing up, family, my mother and godmother in New York, we had fruit markets on the corner. You know what I mean? Sort of like if you go to Africa, they have them outside, and then you go to the West Indies. Well, we used to get fresh food, fresh fish, all of that, right? In the summer times, we didn't eat a lot of food. We didn't eat a lot of heavy food. My mother, my godmother, we would all eat like a lot of fruits and vegetables. We ate very light in the summertime, okay? So I know some places it's kind of hot, and we need to eat kind of light anyway, especially because it's warm. Drink a lot of water, too. But with it, you know, each time you take it, you want to take it on an empty stomach. And another thing is good to take it at night because it works very good with your body as it sleeps, with your DNA as you sleep. Okay? So if you want to take it, depending on what time you eat dinner, and wait till pretty much you go to bed and your stomach is not full of nonsense, then you could take it that way too before you go to bed. Because it'll work very well while you're sleeping. Okay? Any other questions?
No, that was it. That was just it.
All right. Any other questions, family, before we get off of here?
Do you guys have any tips on growing spiritually?
You know, I'm going to say one of the things you want to do first, which was a message that was given to me by the cosmic beings as well, is go outside and ground yourself. Get connected back with nature. And what I mean by that is take off your shoes. Walk in the water, walk in the dirt, walk in the grass. Start connecting yourself back to nature. As I always say, when you walk outside, you walk into yourself. Okay? Humankind has disconnected themselves from nature. They have no respect for the very thing that they're a part of. So what you want to do is ground yourself first back to nature. Maybe do a little bit of meditation outside on the ground. Okay? Go to a park. Go by the sea. Start connecting yourself by the very thing that you're a part of. Okay? Now, with saying that, that's going to be the beginning of your journey on your spiritual path. Then what you want to do is you want to communicate with your ancestors. Okay? Maybe set up an ancestral shrine or ancestral altar. Okay? That's what you want to do. So, in order to get on your spiritual journey, I would start with nature first. Start talking, and even if you go in the shower, the spirit of the water. I talk in the shower all the time. People think I'm crazy. I don't give a goddamn. Greetings, spirit of the water. Thank you for allowing me to be clean. Thank you for being a part of my body, because what we don't know is the brain is 95% water, the blood is 83%, and the body 75%, and every organ is filled with water. So it's saying that why would you not pay homage to the very thing that's a part of you? Fire, your solar plex, your energy, your breath, fire. So you're every element that is in this earth. So why would you not pay homage to these things so you can embark on your spiritual journey? What you want to say?
Um, yeah, like you said, just ground yourself. And once you do that, like if you really are spiritual, you have to wear protection, especially for those who see spirits, because we get a lot of people come to us and they see spirits. Their children see spirits, and they're getting attacked because they're not wearing protection. They're not spiritually grounded, like she said, and a lot of times because those spirits know that you can see them, the negative spirits will start attacking you or bothering you or trying to scare you and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I mean, and there's other things you could do. The person who asked that there's certain, like the Sirius D will help you also. It's one of the things that opens your first eye. It's not your third eye, it's your first eye. You're always going to be spiritual first, okay? Always spiritual first, so it opens your first eye. It'll also, help you feel lighter. It's a superconductor, so it'll actually help you to feel lighter and more connected to this earth and to, as the ancient ancestors said, as above, so below. You know what I mean? So that's another thing. The Series D is good for that. But all that intertwined with you grounding yourself and actually, intertwining yourself with the very thing you're part of, which is all the elements, air, water, fire, earth. And then, making sure that you're taking in your plant foods and your fresh fruits and stuff like that is all part of going through your spiritual transformation, okay?
Not only that, it has a lot of other benefits and other properties to it that you will notice as you continually take it. Without getting into too much, it has a lot of health benefits. I'll just say that.
Right. Now, I want to say this to you all too. Candy Rain, you said, when we speak positive, we're changing our molecules to conform to the words magic. Exactly. And it's very important. But Candy, it's hard. A lot of people say, well, how do I do that? You got to remember, we live in such a negative society that if we put 100 positive things in front of somebody's face and one negative thing, they're going to pick out that negative thing. So what we have to do is we have to take our mind, body, and soul back from this society. Everything we know from somebody else. We know nothing at all. Tell me something right now that you know that somebody else didn't already know before you. You don't know a goddamn thing. So we're saying that we're in a time now, and this is why we have to go through this transformation where ancestors and the spirit and the earth and the cosmic beings and the ancient ancestors saying, take your mind back. We're coming back into the age of Aquarius where all the answers that we seek are going to be on the inside of us, okay? Mm-hmm. Going to be on the inside of us. So it's saying that pretty much what we got to understand is that now what you want to do is you want to begin to embark on your spiritual journey and take your mind from TV, from the bad news, from all the negative things, and focus on creating a world, your own world, of positive thoughts, of thinking positive thoughts. You got to let go of the past. That's another thing. Some of y'all are not letting go of the past. You have to let go of the past in order to embark on your peaceful, harmonious spiritual journey and to receive the blessings that your ancestors have for you. If you don't, you're going to be stuck in this negative dimension over here. You see what I'm saying? You got to get out of that mindset, okay? Now, it for some it's going to take some time, but for most it's happening naturally.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of that, somebody by the numbers just asked you, is this enlightenment that you spoke of last month that you said we will be experiencing from June to August? Remember we talked about people becoming more aware and all that last month?
Right. It's going to keep continuing. A lot of people are waking up. Like I said, it's happening naturally. It's not much more that we got to do. You are a part of the earth. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. What? Now, Kid Green said, can you take the Sirius D while you're being pregnant?
Honestly speaking, I wouldn't take it while I was pregnant. I wouldn't take her while I was pregnant, and you might want to ask your doctor about that first, okay? I don't foresee, especially that it would harm the baby, but I can't, it wasn't approved by the FDA, so I'm going to say you are at your own risk with that. But I would say go to your doctor first, ask him if it's okay, if you can take it, okay? Before you take it, because it has Oramus in it, which is white powder gold, and it has isolates in it as well, which is a plant, okay? So you don't want to do that. You want to be careful with that. So go to your doctor first. And actually on the website it tells you pretty much what's in it. So you can show your doctor and say, well, is it, and see what they say, okay? But I wouldn't do it unless you want to have a superhero baby. All right?
Baby gonna be superhero.
Okay. All right. I use CBD and it's great for me. Kufunya, yeah. The thing about it is that CBD is one aspect. Okay? And everybody's on a CBD tip now. CBD is good, but you're talking about CBD along, and then if you take the Sirius D, you're going to be in an ultimate phenomenal. You're going to feel phenomenal. The CBD is basically good for pain, for health enhancement. Okay? We're talking about Sirius D being for spiritual enhancement. Okay? So just figure, if you take your CBD and you take the Sirius D, it's like you're getting the best of both worlds. Okay? The best of both worlds. All right. Any questions from there?
No, no question.
All right. What's so funny, Kia? Because I said this baby's gonna be a superhero. Yeah, these babies coming back. Come back. Go, Kafunya, go on our webpage. It's on the webpage. Okay.
A lot of people got up to go check the webpage.
Yeah. So go to the webpage. Who was watching this? Okay. I don't know who was watching that. Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat, y'all. I'm going to put it in the chat. Any more questions over there?
Nah, no more questions.
Okay, anyway, put the website in the chat for me, please.
Yeah, I have to
Put the website in the chat.
I put it in there already.
Yeah, you put it in, I'm talking about Facebook chat. Let me go to Facebook. Candy, hold on, I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. Who's there making all that noise?
somebody that know me doing the show.
Yeah. All right, so we have any more questions before we get off of here, family? Hi, Ozzy. How are you, Ozzy? You been okay? Been good? Any more questions before we go? Because I'm getting tired, y'all. Huh? What you want to see? You nosy? That's my grandson, y'all. You gonna say hi to the people?
Look at my head.
Don't you scrap? That's because he tried to shave his eyebrow.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. He tried to shave his eyebrow, y'all.
No, I didn't.
Get your little butt in there.
Sean, you left this in the kitchen last night.
All right, well, get your butt in there. You gonna teach the people something? You gonna teach them something?
I'm just
All right, well, what?
I'm just saying they should have saw Godzilla.
Oh, they should have saw.
Yeah, you didn't tell them about Godzilla.
No, we can't tell. We did tell them about
Tell them
Godzilla.
about that dumb movie. I'm just playing. You mad boy.
All right, I put the site in the chat, Kafunya. All right, thank you, Candy. All right, so pretty much, family. All right, get in there now. Go put some stuff on there. Go put black seed on there right now.
Alright.
Stop itching it. Go wash it and put some black seed on it. What? No, I'm not. I'm on the video. You want to come in here too? Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Go to bed. Grandkids, y'all. So. Ozzy Fight, what's wrong? What you mean so? What's going on with you? You're not feeling well? What's going on? Ozzy Brian, I'm getting a little depression from you. What's going on? I feel like your spirit is a little bit depressed. Something going on with you. Tell me what's going on. How was that movie, guys? Amate, it was okay. It was okay. We took him to see it last weekend, and then this Sunday we took my granddaughter to see the Phoenix Rising, Dark Phoenix Rising. But it was okay. There was a message in that too, though. right, brother?
Yeah.
ADINKRA. There was a message in Godzilla too. And do you all remember when I told you all I kept seeing something rise up out of the water, out of the sea, right, out of the ocean? Yeah, well, y'all pay attention to that because what y'all don't know, there's cities under the sea. There's cities under the sea. And there's some beings under that sea. And I'm going to tell y'all like this is what I see spiritually. The beings are going to start coming up, and some of them have come up already, but they're going to start coming up even more. Watch. Candy Ray, didn't you send me a video today of, it looked like some type of ship over the seawater? Candy Ray sent me that today. Say a prayer for me, life problem. Come on, Ozzy, man. You asked me to say a prayer for you? Come on, man. Come on now. Go to your ancestors. Your brother is walking with you, Ozzy, and you know that I loved your brother. You know your brother was crazy about Nicky Love. Go to him, and you call on your brother to help you. You can't say it on Facebook, then you call me. You call me, but I need you. And you know what, Ozzy, I'm seeing there's some health things going on with you. There's some health things going on with you, and I'm also seeing something else. I ain't going to say it either. But I'm going to tell you, I see your health, you need to take care of your health. But you call me off the air. But let me tell you this. You call on your brother. Call on Elijah, because he's his ancestor now. And let me tell you what's crazy. As I'm saying it, why did the picture just fall off the mirror? That's confirmation. Are there different beings under the sea, Candy Van? Yes, there is, ma'am. There's different beings under the sea. There's a lot of beings under the sea. There's cities under the sea. And my spirit showed me there was the city of Atlantis was under the city of Atlanta. I could be wrong. I don't prefer, but I tell you what I see spiritually. I see that the city of Atlantis is under the city of Atlanta.
And you gotta know, like I think two or 3 years ago, you kept saying you seen it's on video, but which one it was, but you kept saying you seen that Atlanta, and you kept saying you seen that Georgia was connected to Africa at one time.
Yeah.
And,
that Georgia was connected to Africa, and especially the part of Cairo, Egypt. Yep. So, and how I know is because there's certain trees and certain landmarks that we go to, and they'll show me the vision of it being connected to that land at one time. Okay? And I think, if I'm not mistaken, recently I was reading something where they said that. Like before the continental drift, that this land was connected to Kemet at one time.
Yeah, the brother said that too, remember?
Who?
The brother. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Our brother said it too.
Yeah, he had said it.
He actually, so he confirmed, brother Sid confirmed what I had seen spiritually.
Brother, I said, brilliant.
I'm about to tell you, they be
man.
lying. They're not going to tell you where it's at. They want you to believe it's in Sahara Desert. And as a matter of fact, spiritually seeing, that's another city. It's not the city of Atlantis. I told you, there's many cities under the sea, y'all. Just like there's one under Antarctica, and Antarctica is a portal for these beings, the cosmic beings, to come through. I seen it a long time ago, and as a matter of fact, you just got confirmation about that because in Antarctica they found bacteria that comes from the planet Mars, and they said the planet Pluto. I think it was Pluto. And I told y'all last year, when I did the scrying on Antarctica 2 or 3 years ago, I told y'all that them beings was coming through Antarctica from other planets, and now they confirmed it recently. Okay, so I can only be the messenger, y'all, and tell y'all what I see.
You
Now,
see what Herman King said?
what he say?
He said you mean Atlantic is under.
No, I mean Atlantis. The city of Atlantis is under the city of Atlanta. Now, we're saying that the closest bed of water to Atlanta is in Savannah, which is 4 hours away. What would be the perfect place to hide your city under sea? Okay? And there's an opening somewhere here where they go down to that. I'm telling y'all, there's a connection. I'm telling y'all what I see.
By the numbers say, all I know since I moved to Atlanta, since Since I moved to Georgia, all I feel is spirits every day.
Yeah, there's spirits all over damn Georgia. All kind of spirits. I've been
A
seeing
lot of
spirits all
people
the
do
time.
ritual works
Not even just that.
in Atlanta too
A
because
lot of these
remember we
ancestral
was
slaves that was killed here.
we was reading an article too. Yeah, that too because there's a lot of they killed a lot of black people in Georgia. Period.
That's right.
Not just in Atlanta, all through Georgia. You had the Trail of Tears. You got just even this town we live in. We kept picking up and seeing when we first moved here. Around the Civil War time, they killed a lot of black people, and after that, they killed a lot of black people.
Yeah.
For no apparent reason, they just was They murdered them, and took a lot of their land and stuff like that. We just was picking up, and we see a lot of slaves around here, in the woods and shit.
Yep, I see them. I sure do. Some of these slaves, they angry. They're angry and they coming back, and some of them be causing havoc. I see them, and I was at a guy's house one time. I thought he was doing a photo shoot, and I was sitting outside, and I was looking around the land, and I kept seeing, these spirits run through the bush. And the man came out. I said, "Got some spirits over here." I said, "There was some slave spirits over here." He said, "Wow, you can see that?" I said, "Yes." He said, "This used to be a plantation." I said, "See?" I said, "They're trying to tell me something. They're not happy. These spirits need to be visited up and lifted up to the ancestors. You know what I mean?" But there's a lot here in Georgia. And if I'm not mistaken, they said Georgia
I'm laughing at
is the last
person.
place to abolish slavery. That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is.
Well, shit, I know about maybe 10, 15 years ago that it was some people that was off in Louisiana, like in a small town, and the black people didn't even know that they were still living like, it was
Like slave
they
days?
didn't know that that shit was up yet.
That's a shame. Amate says, "Can you see?"
That's
what's
what
in
I was
Area
laughing at.
51.
He said, "Can you see what's in Area 51?" That's why I was laughing.
Amate, that wouldn't be a bad show to do. What's in Area 51? What do I see spiritually? I'm going to have to really tap into that one, Amate. But, there's so many different stories. They got TV shows about it. They got aliens there. Let me tell you something. These aliens been amongst us. I don't like to call them aliens because we don't like to be called aliens. They're different type of beings.
And you know what? They've been showing y'all on all these movies, even in the movie we was just talking about, Phoenix Rising,
Dark
Phoenix. They show the beings coming over the water and coming out, and these beings look like regular people, but their skin almost looks like
They
a
can
tree.
shapeshift. They can shapeshift.
Shapeshift.
Yep.
All of that. So
They can shapeshift. All of that. They got cat beings. They think that people think it's a joke, but there is really cat beings.
mm-hmm.
Just like you got the dolphins that come from another planet. You got cat people. Okay, it's real. All right. Y'all think it's a joke or a game? These are beings. These are beings that come from other planets. And see, we're so closed-minded. And, they have fed us so much bullshit that, a lot of us don't know how to believe anymore. But there's all type of beings on this planet. And they come in and out this planet. And they look like us. Some of them can shapeshift and turn into other things. And, you know what I mean? Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Do pay attention. But these beings been here. They've been amongst us. I was talking to brother last night, and he said he was a Naga. And I looked at him, and I said, "You shape-shifting right now." And I seen him shape-shifting right in front of my face. Real talk. Okay?
Armada King says, when I was a kid, I lived across the street, and a lady lived across the street and called the police and said she see a lot of spirits coming out of her house.
What the hell she called the police for? Why she ain't go over there and help y'all get him out then? Instead of calling the goddamn police? She was going crazy. What I see with that woman, she was kind of crazy. She was a little bit loony. That's what I see. Spiritually, she was just a little bit loony. She was scared. And then I see a little bit, I don't know, she something with her energy wasn't right. Yeah, she's up there calling the police for him. Should have brought her ass over to help you get him out. Shut the hell up, calling the police.
They're probably coming from her motherfucker.
Exactly. She probably sending him over there. She probably was demonic her damn self. You know what I mean? Shit. And it's crazy because I'm recognizing too. We was at the this place called Oz Pizza, right? We always go there, right? And they got the closest thing to New York pizza. So you there today, and I'm looking at the lady, and I'm looking at her straight demon in her. I could see the forehead. I could see the shape of the demon. I could see straight demon in this woman. I always didn't want her to touch my food. You know what I mean? But they and see some of them be beings too. You gotta, if you real spiritual, you'll recognize them for who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they'll show themselves to you. I'm not scared of them. They beings. And then, they'll have you thinking that these beings, like in most of the movies, they have you petrified and scared of them and thinking that these beings are evil or these beings are harming. They ain't even like that.
You know what I think too? I think a lot of times when they actually show up, the gig is gonna be up, and I think it's a lot of that, like their time is gonna be up, and I think that's why they always putting the fear, like trying to, put out that they, are gonna kill us and wipe out humanity and want our planet because
they need to shut the hell up.
Because that's what they do.
Well, that's their goddamn business because our
that's
ancestors.
What they did around the globe, and that's what they want to do in space. They want to go to other planets and take their.
It ain't happening. It ain't happening, y'all. We got brothers and sisters to this day over in Africa, right? The Dogon, the Zulu, and let me tell y'all something, right? The island that my family comes from, that we come from, Cabo Verde, right? It's surrounded by a lot of water, so we deal with mostly water beings, like spiritual water beings. Very powerful, right? I'm gonna say this to y'all. In this day and time, you're being told by your brothers and sisters over in Africa that we come from different planet systems. Sirius D, Sirius B, Zulu coming from Mars. Mm-hmm. So who would you believe more? Now, if we are part of these, systems coming from the cosmos, we're not evil. There's truth in all of that. They try to say it's mythology, but it's not. It's not. You got your fish gods, you got your your Sumerians, you know what I mean? You got come on now. And the beings that I communicate with, y'all, that's in the cosmos, I told you the last one I communicated was very dark skinned. They communicated, they didn't talk. They communicated with me telepathically. And they give me symbols down to write down that I actually seen in the, not the emerald tablets. It was, what do you call them, y'all? There's another one. There's another one. I can't think of the name right now. But these symbols they gave me to draw were actually, I seen them on a History Channel. And they were showing these beings on an old ancient stone that was put out by that was part of the Sumerians. So I knew that these beings were real, but I was communicating when they was on the planet Venus. So when they try to make you fear these beings, don't fear them, because a lot of these beings are part of us. Okay? Do you think? No, I was gonna say the emerald tablets, but it wasn't the emerald tablets. It was something else. I don't remember. Okay, do you think that the first moon landing was fake? Yeah, it was fake. It was real fake. Yeah, it was fake. That wasn't real. And the thing about it, honestly, you know what I see spiritually? I don't see that as far as they say it is. I feel like we can go out through Antarctica and we can walk over to Venus and it'll be right there. I feel like we can walk over or maybe fly or drive 100 miles to Jupiter's right there. Jupiter's close to Venus over there. I feel or see spiritually that these planets, I'm not even saying feel, I see spiritually that are closer.
Not really light years away.
They're not light years away like they say. This is what I see spiritually. I see that they're right close by. Yep, that's what I see.
Do you see that it's cold in outer space?
I see that it's cold in outer space.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Because they always show that it's cold, but it's funny because they always say if you get close to other planets that you'll burn up and stuff like that.
That's not true. That's not true. They're probably
Especially,
wishing
and it's
hoping-
funny because I remember when we were young, they used to say we couldn't. Kids used to always say, "Can we ever go to Mars?" And it was like, "No, if you get too close to Mars, you'll burn up." Now they're talking about trying to see if we can live on Mars. That's how much they fucking lie.
You know, Majestic Rod Nagas. What do I think of Nagas? I think Nagas are part of the serpent family. And the funniest thing is when I was doing the calling upon King Tut, he told me that the original ancient Kemetic people were Nagas.
Yep, he did say that.
He told me that. So we're saying that Nagas are serpents, serpent deities.
And actually, we
That's what I
got
think.
confirmation last night when we talked to the brother. Remember?
Right, when I talked to the elder.
He was saying that that the Egyptians were Nagas, and he should know because he's been
And over
studying
there. And over there.
Kemetic science for 50 years.
That's right. And he's been over there.
Yeah.
He's been over to Kemet, and he's getting ready to go again. So when he confirmed what King Tut told me back 2 years ago, or whenever I did the calling upon summonings of King Tut. I told you, he said we were Nagas, and it's confirmation. But I think they're serpent gods, serpent people. Majestic Ra. So it is black beings on Mars and Mercury. Yes, sir. The Zulu's not lying. They said, and the original name, let me get it right, I think it
They
was
tall too.
Lithofolia is the original name of Mars, because we don't even have the original name. Those are the Greek names. All the planets have Greek names. That ain't the original names.
If we calling them with our tongue, that's not what they call themselves anyway.
Right. So we're saying that pretty much. That's Vijet. Zulu ain't lying. The Dogon ain't lying. You know what I mean? And not only that, I see that there is a city of water beings and different type of beings that come out of the sea too. You talking about when the Sumerians came, okay, I can't see that right now, Nikki Nicole. I might have to look another time because I can't stop the film to see it. But we're talking about beings, the fish gods. They come out of water.
And
what does that tell you?
You see the fish guys on the wall of Kemet too, on the walls of Kemet where they're people. They look like regular people, but then it looks like they're shaped with they have a fish. A fish body, so it's crazy.
But you could tell that they shape shifted. And another thing I was really trying to work on, the next project I'm working on is because when you look at the Sumerian gods and every other god from different pantheons, whether it's China, whether it's India, they carry this purse. And they call it the mystery of the purse. And I was watching a documentary the other day about that. I was watching a documentary about this. They're trying to figure out what was in that purse. But then you got the Sumerian god, Enki, and it looks sort of like an acorn, and he's feeding it to something or putting it out there or something like that. I'm curious about that.
It looked like a pine cone. Or was it an acorn? Or did it look like an acorn? Or
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It looked like a pine cone.
Right.
From a tree. It's funny because I used to do rituals with pine cones. It's funny.
Okay, so now I got it, Nikki. I got it on another phone. What do you think about this? It was spotted in Columbus on Saturday. That looks like a straight spaceship. Okay? And let me see if I can show y'all. She sent me this picture here.
Columbus, Georgia. It's too bright from the light.
It's too bright from the light. Okay, there we
there
go.
You go. You can see it now.
Can y'all see it? That was in Columbus. Let me show y'all here. This is what they're showing us in Columbus. That's a straight. But see, I told y'all.
They gonna just start showing up.
Yeah, they're gonna start showing. I told y'all last year, the year before.
That's why you think Trump and Trump ain't the only one talking about we need to start making things to arrest the aliens.
Come here.
They keep talking about Trump said he need to make us a space force.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Say love you. Good night.
Love you. Good night.
Silly. That's the youngest grandbaby. Go to bed. Love you. He comes every night. He says, "Good night, love you." That's the youngest one. No, I got it. No, I got another one. He's 2. CJ is 2, but he's not here. But that's what the youngest one in the house. Okay. All right. So what happened now? What you say?
You know, Trump. I was just
Oh,
saying,
his Space
you know,
Force.
he was talking about creating a space force to arrest aliens and all of that shit. But also, not just Trump, Ted Cruz. They was making fun of Ted Cruz because he was talking about the same thing. We need to create a police force for these aliens. They was making fun of him. But like that's because they already showing up and it's like the government knows nothing they can do about it. They can't do nothing about it. They're gonna start popping up, showing up. But you gonna arrest them? You know?
See, I told y'all, but see, this is in Columbus, Georgia, y'all.
And you said that last year they was gonna. Yeah, I know it said Columbus.
I didn't even know it was Columbus, Georgia.
You said last year they gonna start showing up. You kept
But
saying,
no, do you remember just a few months ago? I kept telling you I hear them at night.
Mm-hmm.
They fly over at night. I hear them. They're here. They've been here. And I told you, let me tell you how deep this is. 5 years ago, I did a CD called Cosmic Forces. And I have Cosmic Anthem. I have Welcome to Venus. I have They're Coming For You. I think, what was it? They're flying high in the sky. They're coming for you. I want people, actually, what was it? I think I did this in 2014. 2013 or 14, I did this cosmic for warning everybody, letting everybody know that they're going to be here. They're coming. Now, you know what? This is bugging me out because this is in Columbus, Georgia. I kept hearing them at night coming over. Let me tell y'all how crazy this is. I knew it was them. I knew it was spaceships. You know why? Because I wouldn't even look out the window. I wouldn't look out the window because I knew it was them. See what I'm saying? But do y'all think that aliens are harmed? Honestly speaking, based off of me communicating with some of these beings, I don't get harmed from them at all. And see, that's the thing Brother Dinker was just saying. In these movies, they're trying to make you fear these beings. I don't fear them, and I don't think they're here to harm us. I think some of us are part of them, and we don't even know it, and it's going to be exposed real soon. Don't be surprised if you start doing something that is out of the ordinary or crazy because you were one of the alien beings and you didn't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean? But I don't feel fear from these beings. I really don't. I don't think they're here to harm us. They're here to make it right. Because all the shit that happened to our people.
Yeah, that, you know, I think the people in charge fear they're gonna lose their power. That's what that is. So they want us to fucking try to fight them and kill them and all that shit.
Look here. My name is Bennett and I'm not in it. I'm gonna mind my damn business, and when they tell me to tell humankind and give them messages, that's what I do. Yeah, what? Oh yeah, we've been on here almost an hour, y'all. It's time to get up off of here. I feel that too. See, Nikki, you feel it too. You know, it's going to be some exposure. Yeah. Well, you know, I've been saying this. I do predictions every year, Nikki. Every January I do predictions, and I told everybody, I think 3-4 years ago, do look for them to come out, and you're gonna start seeing a lot of stuff exposed. I told them about the ships years ago.
And we do predictions every month anyway. So
what about them putting ships in today? They better be careful with that.
that's probably what they're gonna try to sell us on. We need to know the difference between a human and an alien, so y'all gotta take these chips.
Exactly. All right, Amate, I wonder they African. Well, you know, Amate,
African? How can they be African?
you know, these beings, I would say they probably resided in Africa first, but I wouldn't necessarily say they were African because they're cosmic beings. But I feel they're, especially from my island in Africa that we come from, especially the water beings, I know there's a huge connection there, but you're talking about the Dogon country, you're talking about certain parts of Nigeria, you're talking about South Africa. These beings are all over the place, okay? Whether they're water beings, they're coming out the water, coming from the cosmos, they're coming from under and over. I will say that. Under and over. Out the water, from the cosmos. They're all over the planet. And like the sister said, and I told y'all this years ago, they're going to start exposing themselves, in which they have. This ain't nothing new. That's not the first ship machine. They've been exposing this stuff. Next, y'all gonna see them something rise out of that water, like I told y'all years ago. They're gonna start rising up out of the water. They're gonna come out the water, yeah, and it's gonna be exposed where you're gonna see it. Now, Candy Rain sent me a picture today showing a ship on top of the water already. You see what I'm saying? So, on that note, all right, family, we've been on here for 59 seconds and 44, let me see, 51, 59. We're about to get off here. We've been on here an hour. It's time to go. So, thank y'all for tuning in. And if y'all want to learn more about the Sirius D, or if y'all missed the beginning of the video, briefly, we went over the 38 days left to the Sirius Rising and the actual, what was it again? Helio being aligned with the Giza pyramids, okay? Mm-hmm. That means that our transformation is taking place. How it lines up with us, with the product Sirius D that I just created, that the higher beings gave me. How all of that lines up with each other, including the Phoenix Rising of the Phoenix Rising, Dark Phoenix Rising of the rebirth that takes place. So everything is in line with each other. If you have not ordered the Sirius D, go ahead and go to the site www.WUNAM.com. That's WUN is in Nancy, AM is in Mary, and AND ADINKRA.com. WUNAM and ADINKRA.
And if you live by the new 5G towers, you need to be taking Sirius D.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Look up what the stuff the 5G towers do.
But I want you all to
do to the human body.
Look up that, y'all. This is y'all
and
homework.
No,
they need full homework. Y'all getting full homework tonight. Look up the 5G, what it does. Also look up the 38 days left to Sirius Rising. Okay, look up 38 days left to Sirius Rising. Do Area 51 for the next show. Des Reese, I'll consider that. I'll do that. You and Amate keep asking me that. Okay. Sirius Rising. Look up that. Look up the Dark Phoenix. Look up the Phoenix. And in ancient Kemet, the original name of the Phoenix bird was the Bennu bird. The Bennu. Bennu bird. Okay. I want you guys to look up all of that. Do your homework. And then go to our site and look up Sirius D and see why them higher beings of the cosmic beings had me create the Sirius D to fall right in line with what we're getting ready to experience with this new Sirius Rising 38 days. In 38 days, y'all. Okay? On that note, we'll see y'all on
yes, the 5G cell towers.
Yeah, maybe this weekend, and we'll come on maybe Thursday, because we are actually
yes, T, I meant to.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about it later. Spirit said don't talk about it yet. Not yet, okay? Not yet. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Do check out the website. Get your Sirius D if you haven't gotten it. And do your homework. Remember, look up Sirius Rising. Look up Phoenix. The
Sirius
Phoenix.
Rising. When we're going to ask y'all too when we come back
When we come back. See? And then I want y'all to look up the 5G. Okay?
5G.
On a note, peace and blessings, family.
Peace. That'll